Hi, it's okay. I'm hoping to use your customer size policy today. Yes, I'm leaving. Yes.
Right, there we go, ma'am. There
Thank
we go.
you.
Place this in the seat next to you.
Okay, thank you so much
You're
for your help.
welcome.
May I have a seatbelt extender, please?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What's going on, everyone? It's Dr. Kenny here today, and customer of size policy at Southwest. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I kind of just want to think to myself: Are we are we incentivizing people to be obese? Because I'm starting to have this sense that that's what we're doing, right? If you look in the 1960s, like I will bet you if you compare the obesity rate in the 1960s compared to the obesity rate now in the 2020s, it has significantly increased. And I think this is a bad incentive that we're setting in our society and in our culture. And this is what I'm talking about. Culture incentivized behavior. Southwest is praised for customer of size policy that allow overweight flyers to purchase one seat and get another one complimentary. Now, economically, I don't think this will pan out for economically, I don't think this will pan out for Southwest, right? And as many people are, I guess, tweeting, or not tweeting, but commenting on this TikTok, the world is not going to change for you. And I think we have set a bad precedent in our culture where we are sitting here allowing people to expect that we need to change external things instead of making them change themselves, right? You can't change the world unless you first change yourself. And overly catering to a group of people that think that they have as much as a disability as disabled people, I think that's insulting. Because you chose, regardless if you felt like it or not, you kind of chose to be big like that. Like you worked hard to get that way. I'm just being honest. Maybe some people think this is harsh for me to say, but I believe a lot of people who are plus sized, they kind of earn their way. Like, it takes work to be plus size. Like the calorie intake you got to do, you got to be actively, you got to be actively not active. Plus size TikTokers are praising Southwest Airlines for its customer of size policy, which allows overweight passengers to request a complimentary seat and force the flight staff to accommodate larger flyers. Even that has me kicking out other people with tickets off the flight. Like imagine that. And this is what I'm talking about. Like victimhood, it's not about making things inclusive. It's about creating another hierarchy, a different hierarchy. Imagine you're a normal sized person like me, right? You got a BMI index. You actually fit the BMI index. You know, some people think the BMI index is unrealistic, and usually women say this, but I happen to fit into it. And I buy a seat, and let's say it's a packed airplane. That means all seats are taken. And then you come in, oh, I need to use your customer of size policy, and then I lose my seat. That means I have to take, you're inconveniencing other people because of your selfishness. And this is what it is. We're incentivizing people to become more self-centered, more narcissistic, more selfish. This is what we're doing. Now everyone's going to be starting to fight for a specific identity policy. Hey, I want a black customer of color policy. I feel uncomfortable being next to white people. So you should give me a complimentary seat. Watch. It's gonna balloon. People are gonna fight for their privilege. Everyone's gonna fight for their privilege. So this is what it is. This Southwest Airlines just created fat privilege, customer of size privilege, plus size privilege. That's what you just did. You just created privilege. Now there's another thing people are gonna fight over. If you're fat, you know the anxiety of flying, and this alleviates it a lot. Carlene, a traveling influencer who says she's a size 20, told her nearly 200,000 followers in a video post at the end of October. I had a very comfortable flight, just feeling like I was allowed to take up space that I needed. The world must revolve around these people. Like it is crazy. Under the Texas-based airline policy, customers whose bodies encroach past the armrest are entitled to an extra seat at no additional cost. It says that passengers have the option of purchasing just one seat and then discussing your seat needs with the customer service agents at the departure gate. So you don't even need to give an indication that, hey, you're plus size. I don't know how Southwest is going to make this work because economically, this doesn't make any sense at all. At least notify like, hey, are you going to use the customer of size policy now when you purchase the ticket? So that way, you don't inconvenience other people. But no, the person literally can wait last minute as you're boarding the plane. Oh, I need an extra seat. And this is not the first time this kind of things has been happening. Here's another story that happened almost a year ago in March 2022. Delta figured it out. Plus size model complains seatbelts won't fit, embarrassed, asking for an extender. Right? These people feel self-conscious about themselves because they know they're not they know they're inconveniencing other people. But they want us, and this is what I'm talking about. Tolerance isn't submission. We can understand, hey, yeah, you're a bigger person, we all got to cram it into the airplane. And I think if we keep going this way, if we keep it, I don't know. This is why I think shame needs to come back in a way. Because shame creates an incentive for people not to be a certain way. And if people get inconvenienced by airplanes being notoriously cramped, tight space, they aren't comfortable just for anyone, especially individuals who are tall, overweight, for both, right? It forces people, okay, I don't need to be this big. But it's people who don't want to change themselves. They rather the world change for them, right? And I think this is only making our obesity crisis even worse, right? This is a stat. This is the CDC. Adult obesity facts. Obesity is a common, serious, and costly disease. Why aren't we trying to create a culture where we lower this? This is dangerous. The U.S. obesity prevalence was 41% in 2017. From 1999 to 2000 through 2017, March 2020, U.S. obesity prevalence increased from 30 to 41%. During the same time, the prevalence of severe obesity increased from 4% to 9.2%. And you think accommodating, this is enabling behavior. I don't understand a lot of these policies these corporations push, but this is enabling behavior. And look at the long-term ramifications of tolerating this stuff. The estimated cost of medical costs of obesity in the U.S. is nearly $173 billion in 2019 dollars. Medical costs for adults who are obese were $1,861 higher than medical costs for people with healthy weight. And these are the kind of people that want free healthcare. When their healthcare costs more than my healthcare, but I have to subsidize their healthcare. This is why nationalized healthcare, this is why socialized healthcare, free healthcare, it's not fair. It's not. You want to, same way with your customer of size policy, you want to inconvenience other people so you get a benefit. And I don't think this is a good idea, right? Here's the social economic status of obesity. The association between obesity and income or educational level is complex and differs by sex and ethnicity. Overall, men and women with college degree has had lower obesity prevalence compared with those with less education. Now, I believe if you want a better society, the society has to have a code of conduct, some type of standards. And I think allowing all this, I don't know, this brings a bad incentive, right? And like a wise man once said, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. If you make this okay, you get more of it, right? All you got to do is, it's going to be, to me, it's going to become another social contagion. People are going to be like, oh, what's the point? I can have the world revolve around me. And I don't like that plus size people or fat people try to equate their situation at the same level as someone who's disabled. I think that's very, I don't think that's a very great comparison. That, oh yeah, disabled people, hey, it wasn't their fault, whatever. But for fat people, I don't think that's the case. Now, I hope you two don't censor me because I said fat, but that's the truth. Overweight people, you got that way because of your actions and your behaviors, not because of something that just happened to you. Now, people are going to say, oh, I have a thyroid issue. Okay. I don't believe a lot of people who say they have a thyroid issue. I think that's a convenient excuse a lot of people use. Just like someone who's undisciplined, can't control themselves, don't have good self-control, use the fact, would like to say, oh, I'm bipolar. That's why I act out and I do all this outrageous stuff, why I'm so impulsive. No, it's an excuse. You're trying to use it as a shield to cover up your inability of self-control. But hey, I digress. Let me know your thoughts about this customer of size policy. Do you agree with it? Do you think I'm overthinking this stuff about how it's going to set a bad incentive in our society to be more obese since we're already 41% there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I really like to hear them. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.